Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And now to my second conversation with Engineer Osilama Brima. He is the Director, AEPB, Abuja Environmental Protection Board, and we'll be discussing the sanitation of the FCT. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much.
And we have so much to ask, so much to discuss. So, but before we do that, we would like to know the mandate of the AEPB.
The Abuja Environmental Protection Board is charged with maintaining a healthy, clean, and viable environment for residents and visitors in the FCT to live in.
Okay.
How do we do this? Primarily, we are charged with maintaining the sewer systems in the FCT,
Okay.
stormwater and foul water sewers. We're also charged with waste management, municipal waste management.
Okay.
We're also charged with areas of maintaining proper water and air quality, that is the waterways, and also aspects of noise pollution. We control that and we regulate activities of people in the FCT regarding noise and air pollution. So these are the primary things that we do. And also we also take care of things like basic social order. We have an environmental squad, a team that goes around to remove hawkers, remove beggars from the streets, and just general and sundry nuisances.
Okay, and then how often do you do that?
It's a daily job. APB,
every day?
Every day, including Saturdays and Sundays. You cannot...
So there's no break in doing that?
There's no break, because if you manage to have break, then by the next day, you've lost the city already. So it's a 24-hour job, night and day, to maintain the city, particularly now that you have very heavy rainfalls. It also impacts heavily on our sewer systems. There are situations where our manhole covers have been removed, so you have direct stormwater intrusion into our sewer lines, and this has no time or space. And then part of our mandate is to respond within 24 hours. So if there's a situation on a Saturday evening, for example, you need to respond by Sunday. Otherwise, by Monday, it becomes it's in the press, it's in the news, and then there's also a public health implication. If you're living with sewage around your neighborhood, then there's a public health dimension to it, with children, with adults too, and then it's just generally unsightly. So we do not have any break at all. It's 24 hours we work.
Kudos to you people.
Thank you very much.
So many residents channel their liquid waste from their residential houses to the gutters, open space. And what measures has the department put in place to discontinue this?
Abuja is a city created by law. That is, all aspects of human activities, all aspects of our lives are regulated by law. How you build, where you build, what kind of building, when you want to install your water systems, how do you do it? When you want to discharge your foul water, how do you do it? So there are laws regarding all aspects of these. So in the FCT, we expect that people that want to build houses should first of all get permit, get building plan approval from development control. Reason for this is that if you did that arbitrarily, you could be building on the sewer infrastructure or on a proposed highway without you knowing, or some city infrastructure that you are not aware of, because everything has been planned out in the Abuja master plan. So we expect that people should go to the appropriate authorities, government control, AEPB, water board. Otherwise, you end up running foul of the law. So in the city, generally, we have manholes already constructed. So you're expected to just plug in.
To connect with the central sewer line.
Yes, your sewer line, exactly. So that will pertain to your sewer and also to stormwater. So if you meet officials of the APB will guide you appropriately on how to do. Yes, you just pay a nominal fee, and then we'll tell you what to do and where to connect. Because occasionally, in front of your building, you could see 2 manholes.
Yeah.
Some people now connect their foul sewer into the stormwater line, creating problem for us, or vice versa. But yeah, so if you now connect your stormwater into our foul lines, it's a problem because the foul sewer lines are a bit smaller in diameter. So it means that you're flushing now stones and bottles into the foul line. That's why you have blockage occasionally in the city, and then you now complain, oh, my system is blocked. When we check, we usually find out that you have wrong connection. So we now have to now remove tiles and then do it properly. So it's advisable that people that want to connect their buildings to the sewer line should contact AEPB. We're always open. Our office is behind Defense College, and then they'll do it for you in a proper way and save you heartache in the future. And
so we're told that the rearing of animals is prohibited, banned in the FCT. So what are you doing about the cows we see, wondering about the city?
Yeah, the cows are part of the problem, and yeah, that's true. Even in residential homes, you're not allowed to rear or breed animals, and then at all.
Even chickens.
Even chickens. I mean, because
Because I know a lot of people do that.
Indeed, we get reports all the time. Chickens, goats, the droppings, and animals themselves give up a foul odor. So neighbors complain. So the owner himself will not necessarily mind, but his neighbors would mind. So they complain, and then we also have health officers that go and remove this kind of animals. It's not allowed in the FCT at all.
Even done properly?
Well, even if they are caged or not, it's not allowed. Because there are also public health implications. Animals also carry diseases that can pass to human beings. So it's better to just go to the shop or market and buy your chickens. If you want to rear animals, then there's Galbi. There are farmlands, areas planned for agriculture. So it's better that you go to such areas. But to now raise 30, 40, or 40 chickens somewhere in Metama, because you like chicken, it's not really, it's against the law. That's the long and short of it. For those cows, that's a big problem that we have to deal with. All the time we are in contact with the groups. Me and Tiala, we meet and try to regulate this cattle rearing in the streets. At times you see them along the airport road and those kind of things. So we try to control. We're always meeting to try and reduce. Even now, it seems to be on the increase because there are green grasses everywhere. So they, go there to rear their cattle. And at times, too, you see them in areas that are not, they don't have grasses around the CBN, for example. So we try to control, and it's a tough fight, but we're in discussion, and I'm aware of the problem, and it's going to come down as soon as possible.
We hope you'll be able to solve it, sir.
It's a tough one, but we'll try.
So, sir, what are the challenges you're facing in the, in the AEPB?
Yeah, there are challenges. First of all, waste management is a big one. The city was designed for about 3 million people. There are over 6 million now living in the FCT.
And so it means
increasing every day. So it's a huge problem in terms of waste management. So you have in the FCT about 900 tons of waste per day being generated. 900 tons. 900 tons, that will be, I think a bag of cement about 50 kilograms. 900 tons would be like maybe 150 to 200 Dangote trailers.
Whoa.
Going to the dump site every day. There's a huge amount of waste and also huge costs for the government. Imagine transferring that amount of waste every day to the dump site. You have to control the dump site, you have to manage the dump site. So that's a huge challenge. So in the sense that we require people to pay for waste bills when they get their bills for waste management. That's a big problem we're having. Refusal of residents to pay their waste bills, even though they are highly subsidized. So you have a big house in Guzape paying 80,000 naira maybe in a year.
Wow.
And then if you wanted to hire a tipper, for example, it would be 150,000 a day. And then at times you have waste in those buildings that will cost about if maybe 100,000 just a day to remove.
That's
And
a
the
lot.
property is paying 80,000 a year.
Yeah.
So it's highly subsidized. And even that, there's also a bit of refusal and resistance to pay. It's a huge problem because it means the service is now running at a deficit. There's a huge burden on the government. Like I told you, 900 tons to 1,000 tons a day of waste. So imagine the cost of it's a lot. It's a lot. Both at the city cleaning end and also at the dump site end. And then we need to keep our city pristine and very clean. So it's a job that must be done, whether we get the revenue or whether we don't get the revenue. So our appeal is that residents should pay their waste bills as soon as they get it. Even though we tend to use enforcement means like going to the court, it's also difficult and challenging. So our appeal is for people to pay. That's one part of the challenge. The other challenge that we have is poor usage of our sewer infrastructure. People flushing solid materials into our sewer lines. At times you find tires in the sewer system. These are a huge challenge that we have. And thirdly, the advice to FCT residents is to also always go to government regarding issues of construction and building and to follow regulations. So this is a city of law. So for the fact that you are a wealthy person, you just put a building anywhere. At times they build on our sewer lines. At times they build on floodplains. And then, so these are issues that we have. So, but if you met the appropriate government agency, you'll be properly advised on how to go
about it.
And then, like I said, you save yourself a lot of trouble later because the city master plan must be followed. So one building on a road corridor, it's your building, but when it's time for government to build their road, your building will go.
It will go, definitely.
Because it's going to service the whole district, and your building cannot supersede a whole district. So my advice is to follow the regulations. The agencies are always available for you to talk to, and they're open, you know.
So, before I let you go, what is your vision for the board?
Well, for the board and for the FCT, it's to create a very efficient organization that will deliver service. We are getting support tremendously from the Honorable Minister.
Okay.
We want to improve our service. We want people of the FCT to live in a clean and healthy environment, to manage waste efficiently, and also in line with the dream of the Honorable Minister to create a first-class city comparable to any other major city in the world. And we can do that. I believe we can.
I know, and we hope you'll be able to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming here. Well, we've been speaking to Engineer Osilama Brahima, the Director, AEPB. If we follow the rules and regulations of AEPB, we will be able to maintain the master plan of the FCT. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back.